Okay, guys, during my hours of research trying to prove the original theory I had, I found things that actually show exactly who the prototype really is and exactly where this storyline is going for the future games. If you never played the game before, this is Chapter 1 playing right now. The series is several hours long, so I recommend having plenty of time on your hands before digging into this game. It is extremely long, but that's what makes it amazing. It is amazingly made by the devs as well, so give credit to them. I should be able to get chapters 1 and 2 on the channel, actually, being able to play through them. But a real quick run through the game. So we come back to the factory some 10 years later after a huge incident caused our factory to be closed. Upon entering, we start to find things aren't as they appeared, and even worse than his worst nightmare. The further we go underground, we find that Playtime Co. has been doing some really bad things. To get more info, I do recommend you go watch someone else's playthrough of all the chapters so far and catch up on it, because I really don't want to ruin it really quickly, so go watch that. Anyway, during my hours search the throughout Poppy Playtime wiki page, I found some overwhelming evidence that Leith Pierre was actually the prototype. Yes, that is right. Leith Pierre could be the prototype. I stumbled across the fact that it physically could not be him, though, because he had taken over Playtime Co. around the time the prototype was created. Why did he take over Playtime Co.? Well, the answer is clearly stated in Chapter 2, where we find out that Elliot Ludwig had lost a family member, took a short break from the company. This is where he creates Poppy, which becomes clear in Chapter 4 that she was actually his adopted daughter that was dead. This would give the prototype Experiment 1006 the perfect reason for telling Poppy to come home, and that there's so much between the two, basically, that they were meant for each other in Chapter 4 at the end when she runs away. However, there's still some faults in this theory that that Elliot Ludwig is the prototype. Things just don't quite seem to be aligned when you put the pieces together. And what motive would the prototype have for killing everyone if it truly was Ludwig? Wasn't Ludwig the guy who was trying to save the orphans? That's because I found out what no one else has, and this is very difficult to understand, so please follow along very carefully and listen carefully. So, I found out that the prototype is actually still Leith Pierre. I've had this feeling since the end of Chapter 3, but Chapter 4 really wrapped it up for us and tied it in a bow, basically. Knowing this information, we can almost plot out the rest of the game, and even tell when it's gonna be finished. However, that is for another video, which will be coming out sometime soon. This video is specifically for finding who the prototype is, which is exactly what we have done. The thing we think is Elliot Ludwig, the prototype, is actually nothing like Claw we see in the game. The Claw we see in the game will be given the name Claw for time purposes right now. Claw is actually Leith Pierre. While the real prototype is actually Ludwig, at this point it seems even Poppy is confused, thinking that Claw is the prototype. Which is why on one of her videos we can hear her say that she misses her dad when he used to run things. Now, why is this important? This shows that Poppy knows that her dad would have treated them right, so she sides on the side of the prototype despite saying she hates him. She has no idea that the real prototype is her father. Claw slowly is gaining more and more of the creatures over to his side, while the prototype is just trying to catch up, saving his own group. We can see in a teaser trailer that a different looking hand that seems to be connected to a body just like Claw's is helping Mrs. Kissy Missy from falling off the cliff left from the explosion. Whether this is a true trailer or just canon, we are not sure of that yet. But if it is true, then this is monumental evidence showing that there is something weird going on here. along with the other two things you can do to get an ending. But neither of those matter at this point, really. So, what am I saying here? I'm basically saying that there are two prototypes. One named Prototype, and the other one named Claw. The Chapter 2 trophies also acknowledges instead of saying Prototype, it does say Claw, showing that there might be a clear difference in the two, but this is just a theory, guys. You never know. Elliot Ludwig might be sacrificing his entire squad just to try and kill us, or maybe an epic boss battle will be coming up. Remember, it is just a theory, and what I was really trying to say is that you never know. Maybe there is two prototypes, one on the good side, one on the bad side, and we will get way more into detail if that really is what's happening. But we're going to do another theory coming out pretty soon that it is Elliot Ludwig, and another one that it is Leith Pierre, even though we know it's really not, unless this theory itself is true. Anyways, remember that is just a theory, and thank you guys for watching. See you on the next theory about what is next to come for Poppy Playtime. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and King is